Hey, so this is the second reading for the week. Hopefully, everything's been going well. All right. An evaluation of the New Deal. The time in our history known as the Great Depression began in 1929. It began after the stock market crashed and people lost money. People and companies had bought a lot of stock in the 1920s. Then people panicked and began selling stock quickly. The banks did not have enough money to pay them. The stock market crashed or lost its value. Many people lost all their money. Thousands of banks across the country closed. One of every four workers lost their jobs. Other problems made the Depression worse. In 1930, there was a drought. No rain and strong winds ruined farms in many states. This caused a dust bowl that lasted for 5 years. New Deal laws were meant to help. Hang on, guys, I'm getting a call. All right, it was a junk call, so I'm back. New Deal laws were meant to help. In 1933, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became U.S. president. Roosevelt signed laws that were known as the New Deal. These were to help banks and stock markets. Some laws helped workers who lost jobs. The New Deal also helped farmers. FDR started a new home loan program. It helped people who could not afford to pay the money they owed on their homes. The New Deal paid for dams to be built in the West. The dams used the flows of rivers and water to make electricity. But how well did the New Deal fix the problems of the Great Depression? Roosevelt was a new kind of leader. First, it is important to look at Roosevelt. As a leader, he was like no one else. FDR helped people think that life in America was getting better. He gave talks on the radio that millions of people listened to. He helped to build giant new programs like Social Security. This program paid people when they got too old to work or were injured and could not work. But many Americans felt that the president had too much power. They worried that future presidents would think they did not have to work with the Congress to solve problems. The New Deal created millions of jobs building roads, bridges, parks, schools, and airports. The government made sure banks had money. Laws changed the way the stock market worked. Workers joined together. Workers got help too. New laws made unions stronger. Unions are groups of workers who join together. By working together, they could ask for things from their companies. Union workers could ask for more pay. They also wanted to work fewer hours. One large union used strikes when the talking did not solve the problems. A strike is when people suddenly stop working. The New Deal seemed to be working, but it didn't end the Depression. It was really World War II that ended the Great Depression. Factories started making planes and weapons for the war. New jobs were needed to make these things. More people had jobs and money. This finally ended the Depression in 1943. African Americans and women were left out. Some leaders wanted smaller government. There were 600,000 government workers in 1932. Roosevelt added 400,000 more jobs. They complained that Roosevelt spent too much money in his first 8 years. They felt the government wasted a lot of money. Some people felt FDR did not help enough. They wanted more help for the poor. African Americans and women also did not get much help. Many were unhappy, but President Roosevelt and the New Deal helped America get through hard times. In the end, the United States was a stronger country. All right, that's it.